So welcome back guys to another video. So I'm doing projects very soon and I want to talk about something about rope safety. Having the right rope for the right situation is very important. So there is different types of rope. And so what natural fiber is usually made from plants or cactuses in some places. And then there's the nylon stuff. So this is nylon right here. And then you have the paracord. Paracord's very well known right now. It's meant for like parachutes and stuff like that, which is really cool. And it has a lot of strands. It's really good survival strength. And then you have cotton rope. So this most of the time you'll see this on your clothes hangers and stuff like that. So Cecil, it's a lashing rope for pioneering. So Cecil is a natural fiber, and it's made from fiber of a cactus plant down in Mexico. It's somewhat good at lashing. It's not the best rope you can ever have for it, but it's a looser twist than the other brother, pretty much of it. It's called Mantle. I don't have a Mantle, sadly. Mantle is pretty much the same thing as Cecil, a whole lot darker, and it's a lot stiffer. Especially when you're lashing, you definitely know it because you cut your hands up more. One thing about Cecil or stuff like that, you only wear gloves if you can. Sometimes you can't though. So Cecil and Mantle are lashing ropes, but Mantle's way better at it because the overall strength of it is way better than Cecil overall. The weight poundage Cecil can take is about 108 pounds, and Mantle can take 120. Cecil is plenty for project-based stuff for towers, but obviously if you want something a little stronger, Mantle's also a great replacement for that. So those are really good to natural fiber ropes, especially for lashings. If you're interested in doing some projects and such like that, you can buy them on Amazon and stuff like that. So next thing is plastic rope. This is not great for bushcraft / survival stuff. It will do. The knots in it do not stay. It's very slippery and it likes to move a lot. So you can still use it, but it's meant for boating because it floats on top and it's waterproof, so it won't get damaged, other than Cecil. So how much of that can take, it's about 334 pounds, or if it's nylon, it's 278 pounds. So generally I don't like using this for my projects. I use it because I had the rope for something earlier in the day. I was doing it by myself out here. But generally you don't see me use this at all. Just this rope. You can use it for some things. You probably use it for like cranes, stuff like that if you want to do that. I mean, it'll take a little bit more weight than, Cecil. So, paracord. Like I said before, paracord is meant for parachutes. It's light, strong, and there's different cords, like 600 cord and there's 550 cord. This generally goes with what it's used for. So 550 cord can generally take 550 pounds. Yeah, paracord is great for like floor lashings and projects, but you won't use it in the main structure where the X frame would be and stuff like that. You don't want to use that. It's not going to be strong enough. It's not going to have enough grip. You see this a lot in bracelets. You also split this from inside and make fishing line and get more line from it. And that's what gives the strength, is what's inside. There's 5 cords inside, and I think 600 has 6 cords inside, and like maybe a 7th. Other than that, that's paracord. Like I said, cotton rope is normally what you would see in a clothesline or something around your house, right? Something that's not high stress. Cotton rope has a breaking point of 90 pounds. It's very weak. You do not want to use this in your project. I really wouldn't like seeing this in your project at all. I guess if you had to use it, you could use it in a floor lashing, but even then, I would stay away from it. If a clothesline out in the woods, great substitutes for it, actually really good. But normally you wouldn't see this. It gets wet, it breaks easily, and then it generally rots away pretty quickly. Some other stuff about rope safety is, so when you're doing lashings, you're gonna be using a Cecil or Mantle. One very important thing here is knowing what looks good and what looks bad. So what has gone past its expiration date, basically. So if you have a rope that looks like this, it's gonna be all gray and faded out. It's not gonna look pretty, right? This is in its stage of decaying. What you want your rope to look like is this, nice and white. It's gonna be a lot stronger, and that's not gonna hold. If it's black and getting like dingy brown, could be dragging it on the floor. Be careful of it. But if it's wet, sometimes when you're trying to tie a lashing, you can pull it, and then you're trying to tighten down that lashing, you could just pull the rope in half. I've seen it at summer camp a lot of times, and I've seen it here a couple times. And if it gets loose like this and can unravel it, that's also not good too, because it's actually not that strong anymore. So generally, how you want to store these ropes, any ropes, except like this one maybe, but still, you want to store all these ropes or cordage in a cool and dry place. Something that doesn't have a lot of moisture, because the more moisture it gets to this rope, the more this is going to rot away quicker, and it's not going to be all that strong anymore. So in this cabin would not be a great place for it, but up in the house would be, because it's moisture controlled and it's heated, so it stays dry and it lasts longer in there. Make sure there's no frays, breaks. Knots do have a breaking point. So when you tie something down, there is a certain point when it breaks. So I'll get that for you. So like full strength rope is about 100% compared to what the pressure is. And then splicing, which I'll be getting to soon. Ice splice, short splice is gonna be 80 to 90 pounds. The ice splice is definitely the strongest one out of that group. But the middle splice and the back splice, well, middle splice is gonna be weaker than that. And they have timberline, round turn, and a hitch would be 65, and you keep going down from there. The lowest one is an overhand knot at 45 pounds, or 45% of the strength of the rope. Because you're pinching it together basically, and you're limiting the running strand down. Lashings do have that type of thing too. It weakens the rope a little bit, but then you have multiple strands supporting that, so over time, you're regaining that strength and you're losing that strength at the same time. The dog's here, saying hi. Hi. No jump. He's all muddy right now because it's raining. Other than that, just make sure you keep your rope safe. Whenever you do a project, make sure you check it, because the worst thing that ever could happen is to get on top of your structure, say you did a washer tower, and it falls down because you didn't have a good rope on it. So that's my little piece on that there. Hopefully this video was helpful, and if there's any more information you'd like to see or anything I missed, please let me know down in the comment section, and I'll definitely address that when I have time. And this is the end of the video. Please like, subscribe, and come back for more.